I think it is what it is. We are live.
We are live. We are here. What a nice intro.
We have it is a quick 10-second intro. We have advanced from 1 minute to 30 seconds to 10 seconds to make it like straight up intro.
Yes,
But
because we have a lot to talk about. Because
we
we've been so regular that we've only missed like half a year in pop culture since our last episode.
and I would like to just give a shout out to the regulars who appreciate the fact that for the first time we have started with absolutely no audio issues. There has been nothing. We have no sound. We are it's I you have no idea how proud I am about
Durust hai.
I'm proud.
Sir,
I'm proud. I'm proud. Boogie Boogie Baba, this is absolutely live, brother. We are
100%
oh my
in
god.
his house. Oh my God.
Oh my god, as US Chauhan clearly said, it's become a
The yearly podcast now. It's a quarterly review of pop culture.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Before we start, welcome friends, welcome everybody, welcome League, welcome Oil Society members, welcome everyone.
Welcome all and every.
So sorry, it has been a very long time. We have been a little AWOL, but we are trying our best to be back. I mean, as we said, there's a lot to discuss today, so we won't waste much time. Quickly, if you're new to the channel, please, it's very simple, okay? You have to press the like button and comment as much as you can. You guys, we don't call you chat, we don't call you audience, we call you league because you're part of the league with us. So keep chatting, give us your opinions, give us your thoughts, tell us what you like, what you don't like, join in. Hello, everybody. To everyone who's saying love you guys, who's excited to see us back. I mean, trust me, it's bizarre. Like I was touring in Jan, Feb, March, and every show there would at least be two people like, oh my god, big fan of Binge-O-Clock, and I would be like, oh my god, then why do we only have 50 people watching?
Yes. Why is that the case then? Why is it that when we do a live show, everybody who comes for it thinks they're just coming for a Rohan and Sahil stand-up show and have no idea that they are supposed to be coming to Binge-O-Clock.
Okay, it's okay. I think that's
fine.
we agree. It's. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties of it.
I'm also going to put one story telling everyone to come again right now.
Once you're done with your camera, I will.
There we go.
Give you your face so I can give you this thing. Give a double face. Okay, chalo, now we can also...
Now we can start.
Okay, cool. So, welcome everybody to Binge-O-Clock. Binge-O-Clock is as we have been saying at every Comic-Con that we've been at, it is the most irregular pop culture podcast in the world.
Greatest in the world.
Yeah, this is what we need, guys, okay? We need you guys to watch the show, have fun, but more importantly, if you're really enjoying, right, keep commenting, keep liking the podcast, like it will come in the YouTube recommendations. People are like, oh my god, these people are live, more people come watch. Okay, done, enough pimping, let's start.
I feel like yes, we have a lot to talk about, so let's start.
Okay, brother, what do you want to start with?
There is so much, so should we just pick one? Do you want to pick a starting one? Go for it.
I think the most important thing we need to discuss, and I think if whoever in the comment section is talking about Dune 2, yes, we will talk about Dune 2. The Damru is here. Okay.
The Damru of justice.
But you have to scream. You have
Listen,
to.
guys.
Yeah, you have to scream. Then only I can do the Damru. Okay. How to explain this to anyone who's watching this full volume on the speaker, right? They come in, they're like, dude, what are you watching? And you see these
Dune pirated copy. Dune pirated copy now available.
Okay, cool. Rohan, give me
Yes.
what is your perspective, and then I will give you my perspective.
Okay, I really enjoyed Dune 2. I enjoyed Dune 2 for multiple reasons. Not least of all, I thought that, again, it's one of the things that the first movie also did really well. But with the way sort of Marvel and superhero movies have been going for the last 10 years or so, it started to feel like, in terms of spectacle, I had seen it all. In terms of just, like, you can go skate. Like, what is left, right? Like, in the sense, we've seen, like, house get destroyed, city get destroyed, world get destroyed, universe get destroyed. Like, what is left. So I thought I was immune to scale. What is very refreshing about, I think, Denis Villeneuve's cinematic approach over these two Dune films, is that he sort of made a case for the fact that spectacle is still a thing that is possible and organically possible to achieve in certain ways. I think that he's a master at just sort of creating it through not just scale, but the angles he uses, the sort of mix of real and green screen. I think in terms of the way this world has been visualized and sort of immersively created, I don't think I've seen a world like this since Peter Jackson did Lord of the Rings like 20 years ago. Okay, like Avatar, great CGI, but everything just from the costumes that every little character is wearing, whether it's Irulan, whether it's like whether it's the learning how to sand walk, it's all the little things. I just thought it's a very messy film, it's a very loud film. I thought it tried to do too much too quickly, but I still feel like it was sumptuous meal where even if one or two courses weren't great, overall just very sumptuous meal, very enjoyed. Would be absolutely happy at some point to watch Dune 1 and Dune 2 again, either in a theater or like at home as a marathon. I think it was a little choppy, I thought. I thought that there were points where I wish they could just turn the volume down a bit, but those are minor nitpicks in what I otherwise felt was like it's a film that I feel like will stay in my head for a while. And I thought visually that was tough to do. That's what I thought. What did you think?
Before I start, thank you so much, Aviral, for the super viral. I hope a viral or aviral, but I think I will say aviral.
Aviral, I think.
Aviral. Why am I saying aviral?
Aviral.
Anyway, Aviral, thank you so much for the super chat. Love this podcast and your perspectives. Also, Dune 2 was insane. Once in a decade cinematic experience. I agree with you. So basically, this is what happened. So I was going to watch Dune and I forgot to watch Dune, and then I came back from a 20-day vacation and there was no IMAX anywhere over there. So when I came back, I was anyways jet lagged, and there was only the last IMAX show of Dune in Mumbai was 11 o'clock IMAX, and I knew that means it starts at 11:30 because it's PVR and 3.5 hour long movie. I I thought I could do it. I had coffee. I really thought I could do it. Blown away. In IMAX, I mean, okay, whoever saw this in 4DX, I think that has to be the wildest experience, because apparently the seats were shaking and like people are throwing sand in your face and all
One
that.
day, if we ever manage to, like, if I ever have throwaway, like, screw you money in my life, I think a thing that I would love to be able to do is if I could, in the desert, host like a 70 print screening
Of
of
Dune 2.
Dune. Like sunset in the desert, watch Dune 2. I think would be one of the most epic experiences ever, ever. But yeah, like it's just little things keep coming back to me, right? Just that shot of the Sardu car, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh no. So I mean,
The
there are some moments in the movie that are just mind-blowingly beautiful. I am not the entire Harkonnen fight sequence in black and white because
dude,
of
and they apparently shot it
negative.
in infrared, basically. Like this is
Bro.
what I mean, right? This is what I mean, where you sort of go that you think that it's all about CGI and it's all about all of those things. But ever so often, these directors come along that remind you that no, there are a lot more tools in the book, and CGI is one tool
Yeah.
that you use with a million other things. Like this is something that I thought that Neil Blomkamp also did really well with District 9 when it first was like a revelation, right? Like
Yeah.
yes, it's CGI, yes, mecha, but just the slums, the city in South Africa, all of that, the
Yeah.
camera work, it just tells you that no, there's a way to approach spectacle from a different perspective, where it's always the story beats that are in focus at all times, and it can still be grand. And I think I enjoyed the shit out of the movie
That's
overall.
that. So that's my only feedback is that I maybe it's a me problem that I saw it at the wrong time in the wrong zone, because there was a point of time with the loud screaming and listen Al Gaib, listen, I passed out. Okay, so like literally I was watching the honest trailer for Dune and I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember this sequence happening. I don't remember this happening. Oh shit. Okay, cool. I guess I will have to. But in IMAX, totally worth it. What a stunning cinematic spectacle.
Like, I think Denis Villeneuve is on the same arc as Christopher Nolan, just a few sort of films behind, where I think his best is still to come. Like, I think these films have still just been his calling card. This is his Dark Knight trilogy. Okay?
Yeah.
This is his Batman trilogy, and I firmly believe his Oppenheimer or whatever Denis Villeneuve's take on it is, or
Is he
man,
making
that's still to come.
But is there a 3 or
Yes,
is it
he's
just
making
2?
Messiah. He's making Messiah. He's basically, without going into too many spoilers, he's completing Paul's story.
Got it.
He's like, I think I can complete Paul's story, which I think is interesting. Like,
Got it. As Bhavdeep also said, even I have read the book, so I think that was one of the main reasons why I could also afford to fall asleep, is because I'm like, I know what's going to happen. I sort of know who's going. I understand some of the changes that they have made with regards to his sister. And again, this is not a big spoiler. I mean, his sister, and in general, some of the changes that were made. I don't know, somehow I love Javier Bardem's character, Stilgar, but I found like it became too much then. It became like one of those movies where, it felt like he felt like the Johnny Lever of the movie.
But it also, I think, the thing is, right, the book, from what I remember, is so earnest in its sort of, again, air quote, religiosity towards sort of Paul, right? Contrasted with the fact that this is supposed to be a Bene Gesserit plot that is essentially coming into play, plus also possibly, like, he's Lisan Al Gaib, but he's also the Kwisatz Haderach, and he's all of those things. But it's done so earnestly when it was written. I feel like it's an interesting, timely, sort of nice change to sort of have this character be so, like, very evidently just using what's happening to further his own agenda as well, and to sort of see a messiah figure where he wants to see one. I thought that really, I thought at playing that lightly, because everything else in the movie is so dead serious, so serious, right?
Yeah.
That I thought that was just nice.
I don't know. It was fascinating. I would just like to put it that way. Loud, very loud a movie.
Very loud, yeah.
Seats were actually shaking. I didn't need to do 4DX. My seats were properly
Yep.
shaking. It was, I mean, what they've done with the Baron, I still hold it like very, very sexy, naked, black figure, just like a raisin being
I
dipped.
also just want to say that any worries I had that Austin Butler was not going to be able to shake Elvis off.
He
I
did
saw
it.
Masters of the Air, and I'm like, you know what? This guy's just doing Elvis all over again. What?
Yeah, he
Man.
did
like,
it. He did
Faye
it.
Ratha is one oily mofo. Like, well done.
Also, like, very eerie looking. Like,
Yeah,
they- I
very.
mean,
The Harkonnens in general are just so weird.
not
Right?
dis-
They're like these just
but they're not-
rotten post-human.
described like that. You know what I mean to say? They're not described like that in the book. In the book,
No,
there's not
they're
that much
described
description.
kind of like vices. Like, I always saw Baron Harkonnen as the sort of embodiment of the vice of greed and
Greed.
gluttony.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I imagined him, I always imagined him sort of, or as, like, if anybody here has read the Preacher comics, I don't know if they follow this arc in the show. I think the character called the All-Father, very, very much sort of is how I pictured Baron Harkonnen also. And I think it's very strange comparison, but I'm playing Elden Ring right now. And the Harkonnens really look like those sort of rotten post-humans almost that you see in, like, Elden Ring. Very,
Interesting. Very,
very,
interesting.
very interestingly done. Like,
And-
I like it.
And also, I appreciate, like, I think, so, okay, maybe this is me, okay? I'm just going to say this. I think we discussed it the last time also. I think it's the Indian in me, but every time I would read the book, I would be like, why is he falling in love with the Channi? Okay? I would see him kissing a Channi, and I just could not take that book seriously, because I mean, obviously it's Arabic and some of the words also are very funny. Even Lisan Al Gaib, it just sounds like he's like screaming,
Lisan.
Listen,
Gaib, listen.
listen. And Shai Hulud just really seems like a really shy worm,
Shai Hulud. Too good.
But all in all, very interesting. Does anyone have any opinions about Dune 2 that they would like to discuss? Because honestly, I do not hate the movie. It's just I saw it at the wrong time, and I think that's a me problem. But
I loved the movie. I
it's a
think
good
it's an
movie.
imperfect film. I think it's a messy film, but I think it's one of those ambitious slight messes. It's so ambitious and so just
You have to.
beautifully within the Hollywood landscape original that I think that we're now unfortunately going to see a glut of inferior sepia toned sort of desert themed movies, or we're going to see an explosion of art and costume in Hollywood where they're going to maximalize and go super gaudy trying to capture this without fully understanding it.
Yeah.
But I think it is going to be like a trend setting film for
I
many,
mean,
many years.
compared to the old movie, which obviously did quite well for its time, and compared to the series, I've seen 1 2 episodes of the series also just for a contrast comparison. I think this is like just a beautiful visualization of the world that has been. Also, first 10 seconds I saw an eclipse. I was like, ठीक है चल मैं नहीं गया तो at least अभी देख लिया. You know what I mean to say? Wait, hold on, my headphones have died. To connect. Yeah. It's the screaming. Scout motto: be prepared. That also, but Scout's honor: be prepared. Acha, ठीक है. Okay, we are back. 1 second. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm just sending. Wait. 1 second. Mera. Hold on. No. That's because the audio. It. 1 second. Okay, say something.
What's up?
आ गया. Sorry. As Nikki Jain, Shield Girl said, Binge-O-Clock episode can't be complete without audio.
Had to have it. Had to happen. Hold on.
A professional.
I agree with everybody in the chat who's like the characters need huge growth. I think in general, I'm interested to see what he does with Messiah because, funnily enough, from what I remember, the story actually happened at a much smaller scale than the actual events of Dune.
Is Messiah the one where the bachchas are finally
plotty,
out?
schemy? No, it's the one. It's a more plotty, schemy. Heavy is the head that now wears the crown, sort of story. So I'm curious to see it. Like in the sense that Messiah feels like it's like the most like it would work as a Game of Thrones season as opposed to a thing. But I'm curious to see how it is. So yeah, but that's it.
Yeah.
We should move on because
Yeah,
there are other
move
things
on.
to discuss.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to just throw it out there. I have been convincing you to watch it. I know you have not seen it, and I know we're going to jump there. But oh my god, the greatest piece of television is X-Men '97.
I've seen it. It's outstanding.
Oh, you
I saw
finished?
it.
You
I
said you had
finished.
not
I've got
seen it.
All seven episodes seen. It's fantastic.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Remember it. What a great episode.
Just
What a great episode.
you know when
a great. Also, just before episode 5 is obviously something that like is going to be discussed very widely because it was like the red wedding moment for want of another analogy for the X-Men. But just overall, every episode, the animation is stellar. The voice work is stellar. The lines and the plot lines, the actual dialogue, like I don't remember. Storm has some hard freaking lines, dude. Like legitimately hard. There's Gambit, Hero Gambit. Remember it,
man. It's just
it's
you know like
fantastic.
when I saw the trailer, I'm like, you're tapping into nostalgia, and I'm tired of people tapping into my nostalgia, right?
Nope.
And I see it, and I'm like, it is its own.
No, and it's like reading. It's honestly like reading an X-Men run, which is that there are multiple things going on with different mutants and the subplot sort of playing out complex things. Cameos from other characters that do not feel like it's just fan service and feel like they belong there without going into spoilers. There was one cameo that I went, oh, well done. And just the way it sort of, it so seamlessly switches between deeply personal and then galactic states and then also these beautiful sort of metaphors and analogies running through have always been
just
X-Men's thing.
It has,
right?
but like it's so beautiful just hearing the theme, something as basic as when it ends, right? Like there's the sad variation of the theme as well as the happy variation of the theme as well as just, oh my god, it is so interesting. Ronak, I'm going to come to your super chat, don't worry. And just, man, what a dude. Episode 5 hit in ways that I didn't expect. You
Oh
know?
yeah, episode 5 hit hard.
It's one of those moments where I literally had to pause and process what have I just seen, or I can't believe that's you can create art. It was art.
Oh, of course it was art. It was
Oh
beautiful.
my
I think
God.
even just the way they've sort of dealt with everything that happens after episode 5 has also been really well done.
I'm
Really, really well done.
I'm
Like there was
really
somebody
looking forward.
that pointed out that one of the conversations, I think the conversation that Jubilee has with, is it Roberto?
I think so.
I think so the conversation she has with him is almost like, it's very similar to the conversations that people were having after the Pulse nightclub shooting in Florida. And I just thought that in general, just it really is like from episode 1, minute 1, like a stand and deliver show. Like every episode has been like, I know episode 5 is the one that really like sort of everybody's talking about, but because I like watched all 7 through,
Yeah, which one would
it was
be?
kind of great to see that there's no that's the thing, there's no weak episodes.
No, there isn't.
Every single one has like really good story beats, like really, really solid story beats.
Yeah.
Every single one, really well done.
So some really and yes, as Ali said also, that Ace of Base song playing during the gala was just it
Oh
was
yeah.
it felt
That was-
very Ready Player One dance in the middle of this thing, but just
It was incredible. That scene was incredibly done.
guys,
What a fantastic.
if you've not seen X-Men 97, please, I beg of you, please watch X-Men 97. It's streaming on Hotstar and it is genuinely one of the
It's outstanding.
greatest animated shows. They've 3D animated it, but they've reduced the frame rate and repainted the 3D animation so it looks like 2D. It's not OG 2D animation, but it's just
brilliant.
it's stunning. It's stunning. Coming to the super chat that Ronak said, love the podcast. Thank you so much, Ronak. Would record doing more trailer reactions like Deadpool? Already seen 10 reactions, fit well with more audience, takes less time. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Did you miss the part where we appear once every 3 months and just talk about everything in one big wet wholesale Costco bag? Brother, trailer reactions.
Since you have
We will
mentioned
talk
it,
about it here and we will do, like, we'll cut that into a video.
since you mentioned it, what do you think?
What?
What do you think?
I freaking, what a great trailer. What a fun trailer. Like, just, what a
No
fun.
complaints.
I'm just looking forward
They know
to
what
a
they're doing.
very fun movie.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They're not fucking around. They're putting their best foot forward and going, no, this is hard art. This is a Deadpool movie.
And
Like,
dropping
right?
small little bombs just to leave you excited.
Just
Here you
brilliant.
go.
Like, you see pinfalls, you see all these little things, just beautiful. You see the little 20th Century Fox logo, you see that's in the void,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, are they going to meet Loki? I don't know.
It's I mean there's the portal's already open, so the chances of with the
Yes.
TVA inclusion with FI hi. This is Wolverine
it's
week
gonna
for me with
be-
X-Men
Oh,
97
yeah, full on.
and this
Full
seeing
on.
Cable again. I went to Deadpool 2. I'm just
Oh my
so happy. I am so happy, and I know like I think we can I think it's beyond time you can give like a Captain Marvel spoiler, but the post-credit scene of Captain Marvel, the inclusion of Beast was just
Yeah.
again, hey,
Yeah.
welcome. I missed you guys.
Man, I hope, and you know what, the thing with seeing X-Men 97 is I hope that whenever they bring the X-Men to live action, I hope they don't bother with an origin story. I hope like they just hit the ground
I think it's gonna be to
with
the
the
point.
fucking X-Men and just get to it. Because
Oh.
my favorite thing about X-Men 97 is it just looks at the entire X-Men like this toy box and like it just sort of reaches into that advanced universe. Like you get the Kree and you get the Shia and you get Ronan and you get all of these things sort of being flung around, and it's just, and like I said, these beautiful like core X-Men stories also happening.
Yeah, man.
And
I'm really like I'm trying to find it. So I had a huge toy collection. I gave most of it away, but a few of them I kept, and one of them is the Cyclops, like X-Men, the old where basically you press a button and his hands go like that for the beams. I want to find it because it is just the
Ooh,
costume.
nice.
It's just bringing back such fun memories that show.
Yeah, it's too good.
So yeah, Deadpool 2. Great trailer. X-Men 97, amazing
Deadpool
show.
2, nahi, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Sorry, Deadpool and Wolverine. Great
Yes.
this thing. We will talk about one more animated show and then we'll move on to the other topics. Invincible.
I would very much like to talk about Invincible season 2. I thought it was excellent.
Sure.
You watched it. You watched the rest
I
of the
finished
season
it
then.
off.
You finished it.
I finished it
Dude,
off.
like, Okay, so I've also read the comics, okay? And they did
Likewise.
such a great job adapting it, including that there was, like, for example, there's that entire scene where he goes to that comic convention and he talks to the writer and they talk about how they make animated paper. That entire scene is there frame by frame in the comic book about how they use the same panel, like, over multiple expressions, and the way they've adapted that scene
It was
for animation is
good.
so well done. And just overall, like, the whole season, if you haven't seen it and if you haven't seen the show at all, please go seek out Invincible on Prime.
Yeah.
It's 2 seasons. They've committed to, I think, making like the whole thing. And believe me, these 2 seasons that have just happened, right now, setup has happened.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Okay.
Read the comics.
Setup has happened. No, setup season 3 onwards, things are going to get unreal. Like, the story has now reached the point from where there is no de-escalation.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, so many things are going to happen. I agree with SK when they say they completely messed up breaking the season into 2 halves. I don't know why they did it.
It was
Whether
basically
it was an animation issue or a strike thing or what. But I hope that when they release it next time, it's just going to be in bulk because, man, it was so good. Especially like the last 2 episodes of the season. Without going into spoilers, some major like plot events happened. Some just epic beatdowns and bangers. Like, the beatdowns on that show are just like,
bro, just
I thought Mortal Kombat fatalities were at like a level of crunch, like bone crunch that I'd seen.
Every fight,
every punch,
smack.
every punch, just like every punch. Oh, this is the one that killed him, surely. This is the one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Guys, you have to, please read the comics, watch the show, and if you do, even if you don't want to watch the show, sure, reach a point where you've seen season 1 and you know who Alan the Alien is. But I'm not giving big spoilers. And then season 2, reach a point where you see Alan the Alien's entry. That's all you need to do. And you will find the greatest hype song in your entire goddamn life. I was telling Rohan the other day, it's a song that I listen to before going on stage for shows because it is just...
Also, Invincible has the most stacked voice cast, I think, of any show ever.
Yeah.
Like, when you're watching, just please keep like hovering over that X-ray button.
Feature, yeah.
And just see who the voice cast is. It's absurd and it just keeps going. All right? Like, just, oh my God, so good. What a great show.
Very, very good show.
But very, very enjoyed season 2. Really looking forward to season 3 and season 4.
And the rest of it.
To all of it. I hope they just cover the whole comic. And that would be amazing. And yes, I am with Anik and said, I swear it seems like everyone's made of bags of jello. Like, yeah. Yeah, Invincible is based on a comic, dude. Like, and the thing is, the comic is complete. Like, I think it's 140 something issues and it's fully complete. So the story is done. But also, if you like the show and if you don't want to spoil what is, because it's like Game of Thrones, okay? Like, the first 2 seasons were set up. Like, now shit's about, like, when you saw the Battle of Blackwater and you went, oh damn, how can things get bigger than this?
Yeah.
Well, buddy, you have no idea the shit that is about to go down in this show.
I'll tell you what happened. So somehow I was going through 1 second. I just have to just hold on.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, I don't know if they'll go Invincible. Yes, it is the squelchiest show of all time. The Spider-Man reference, without going into spoilers, was hilarious and so well done. Vedant, I hope they go the boys' way in the sense. Well, the source material, honestly, little okay. So I hope they Invincible. The source material is better, and I think that they just stick with that.
I have recently discovered
that is the storyboard already for like the greatest show ever.
What are you talking about?
Invincible only.
I have recently
discovered
a Reddit page called NSFL.
Yes, not safe for life.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I did it. And it's a page of just really horrible, gruesome accidents and death. And literally, like, there's a video of a lady trying to cross a train track, and it's in Albania, and apparently Albanian older people don't give a flying fuck about vehicles. And she gets hit by the train, and it's just a pink burst of blood.
Nice.
Invincible.
Nice.
Prepared me for this. You know what I mean to say? Like, I was just like, haan, ye hoga yaar. You know what I mean to say? I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean to say. Like pink
It's a pink mist. Yeah, you know, it was.
mist.
I'm like, okay.
Pink mist.
I was so desensitized to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Invincible just makes you feel like humans have like at least 400 liters of spare blood, like at all times,
But
like to give.
there is
But-
one sequence in. There are actually 2-3 sequences in season 1. Though obviously, anyway, starts off on such a beautiful note.
Oh, dude.
But in season 2, there are same moments where I'm like, that's just a lot of.
Yeah.
That is-
Lots and lots
That's
and
a
lots.
lot of punching and just
Yeah.
yeah.
It literally pulls no punches, that show.
Yeah. Please.
Does not pull a single punch at all.
So Invincible, it's on Prime Video. Those are the your animated records for the moment.
While we're on Invincible, then I would like to use that to segue into our next thing, which is on Invincible. The character of Cecil is played by a man named Walton Goggins.
I found out 2 days
Now,
ago, and my mind
Walton
was blown.
Walton Goggins, first of all, people haven't seen him, all right? I think is up there. Like, there's a sort of, like, you know how, like, Oscar Isaac is like our daddy, right? Like, Walton Goggins was like, it's like a little fucked up daddy. I don't know how to explain it, all right? Like,
fatty.
Walton Goggins,
He's a fatty.
He's a fatty. Like, to be clear, before we get into the show Fallout, okay, I would like to say that in general, I would like to stop for a moment and just worship at the church of Walton Goggins, all right? This man is a legend. This man played Shane in The Shield, one of the greatest shows of all time. This man played Boyd Crowder in Justified, all right? Like, again, straight up one of the greatest villains in the history of television, all right? This guy had a cameo in G.I. Joe, even the Righteous Gemstones.
Bro, Vice
Doing
Principals.
this. He's in Vice Principals.
He's a dicky Vice Principal and Vice Principals.
He's
That's
in
when
Vice Principals. And now, finally, because of Fallout, like, this gigantic audience is seeing him. And he's so good as the ghoul. It feels like the role he was born to play. And with that, we come to Fallout, which I think is just... I think, for my money, greatest video game adaptation so far. That day when we
Any
were
day.
on stage at Comic-Con.
Any day.
I told you my unpopular opinion is that I think that it is a slightly better adaptation than The Last of Us. I know that sounds like recency bias and heresy, but I do feel like overall it just walks this great line between deeply horrific in moments and then just
deeply comedic.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah,
that
it's so
line,
funny.
like Edgar Wright levels of like line walking are happening in terms of horrific consequences and stakes and deeply hilarious shit. So just what a show. What a show. What
That's
a
because
way.
that's the thing, right? Last of Us couldn't do it. Last of Us, it's the same thing, right? It's like I said, right? In the Johnny Lever character type in Dune, you know, it's you don't have that funny character, but you have to be very careful with how you place the humor in a serious situation. Last of Us
Yep.
cannot pull off something like it. The storyline itself, the story, the characters,
bleak.
it's too much. But Fallout, you can fuck around a lot, and they managed to. Because Fallout itself, in a world as the series with Pip-Boy,
And just a
the
way to take
voiceovers.
existing lore from the game, right? And then write a fresh story. Essentially, what a genius idea again for an adaptation, where you take a game that has multiple sequels and you just go, oh, okay, then why don't I just act like this show is another sequel game for the next gen? And that's it. All the characters, like a lot of people have pointed out online, it's hilarious. Like, Maximus is like a 1 intelligence character. Like, Lucy is like a high charisma
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
The ghoul is like one high strength,
Chaotic.
like all stats, chaotic,
Yeah.
maxed out character. And just what a beautiful way to take, like, again, just all this art and lore that you had lying around from decades of the game and just apply it to this brilliant new story.
Have you ever played Fallout? I've never played it, but I've always
I
been
played a
fascinated
little bit
with
of Fallout. I've played a little bit of Fallout, okay? And the way they sort of brought just the vibe of it,
Yeah.
right? Like even the 60s, the 50s sections, 50s, 60s, those sections are so well done. Like so like just creating that idea of how the world got its aesthetic, like that still sort of persists. So well done. Like, what a great show.
So I don't know if I've discussed this earlier, but like I have a weird, how do I put it? I love watching retro America, 50s, 60s retro America. And I love there is on YouTube there is a series called Visions of the Future, which was shot in I think the 60s, where they were talking about things that they thought would happen in 2000, like in 2000, and says like this is a phone and you can call someone, and then there's a actual phone clipped to his belt and he's like hello, and
Yeah.
it's set in that vintage retro punk, I think it's called.
Got
it's
it,
a
okay.
genre, and like I mean I love like something as simple as there's a brand called Smeg. Okay, Smeg makes
Yeah.
retro 50s type
Yeah,
refrigerators, toasters,
yeah.
coffee machines, and I don't know why. I just love that entire aesthetic, and seeing it in Fallout, just in because the whole world and the music. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, so good.
Oh my god, the
So good.
music, the way he has used that old time radio-y effect on songs to give it that haunting. Ah my god, it feels like a Fallout loading screen. Even I have played like 5 minutes of I think Fallout 4, and it's just I was so excited just listening
It's
to the
delightful.
music.
It's delightful.
And
It's absolutely delightful.
again, what a cast!
Wow, again, incredible cast, dude. Like there's just random people showing up. Like the head of that brotherhood is Philip Price from Mr. Robot.
Yeah, Matt
Then
Berry,
like just
dude.
I'm like, what the Matt dude? Matt Berry
Matt
was so good.
Berry.
Matt Berry was so good. Oh my god, so funny. So
It's-
funny. As what is it? Mr. Handy.
Yeah.
Mr. Handy.
It's,
So
oh no,
funny.
just a small surgery. I'm like, I love you. You're so cute.
That's barbaric. I would never do it. Harvest your organs. Just too good.
Great.
Too good. Very enjoyable show. It's just come out, so don't want to go into too much like spoiler.
No, dude,
territory,
it's
but please just watch it. It's and it was so easy to binge.
one full
Like, I
day.
just didn't want to stop. Yeah,
I saw it in one full day.
Just pretty
And
much over 2 days. I watched the whole thing.
It's got enough story endings to be like, okay, maybe I'll just watch one more episode to understand what the fuck's happening over here. Cool, I'll just watch one more to understand. And you don't need to play the games to enjoy the show.
No,
So
no,
if
because it's a
that's-
completely new story, just
Yeah.
using the lore and this thing. So yes, please, Fallout. Weirdly enough, big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up, big thumbs up, big
Thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
Big thumbs up
And
for Fallout.
No
No explanations why, but yes.
Fallout on Prime, please watch.
Yes.
Something that a lot of people have been talking about, and I think we should address it since. And I will let Rohan speak about it because this is a book that Rohan has spoken about multiple times. And then I was like, yo, you know what, bro? Let me just read the book. And ever since I read the book, it has changed my life. And I have told anyone and everyone I know to read the book. I have become the messiah of the three-body problem. And
Damn right.
what do you think about the
I
show?
really enjoyed the show. Again, I didn't think it was perfect. I didn't think any of those things. But again, with caveats, I thought that they took a book that, again, is just usually like a very dense internal sort of mass of physics ideas. So I watched the show and then I reread all three books because I'm like, you know what? Just let's get a refresher. And I remembered something that had bugged me the first time also. I say this while saying that these are among my favorite books in the world. Okay. They are still books that are magnificent ideas conveyed through very clunky writing, and it's really just the ideas that carry the books. Okay, like if you reread the books, all the characters are just doing exposition monologues. Okay, and
very random.
really like characters talk to each other in ways that normal people just would not. They just give prompts that then result in monologues, and there's some like pretty sketchy like gender politics like at play. And the characters are just these one-dimensional things to give you that brilliant physics idea or that oh shit, holy shit, like fundamental physics revelation or whatever. But what I think is and it's clear that D&D are very, very good adapters of already written source material. This much they've proved between Game of Thrones and Three-Body, which is that they take a lot of different characters and character traits that were kind of messily spread out over not just the first book, but all three books of the Three-Body Problem, and then turn them into this sort of group of 5 friends that then sort of has to deal with all of the events of what has to happen. And I think that's actually quite quite well done overall. That I did not like the person playing Augie. That actor did not sit well with me at all. Like, I don't know what, there's something very clunky about Augie specifically, but I loved the shit out of everybody else. I thought that overall they moved quite fast. They could have done 1-2 more episodes, but I think the nanofiber scene, again, without going into spoilers,
and that's all I just
more-
wanted to say.
everything and more, right? Like, and I was like, man, how are they going to visualize just this scene?
I just
Forget
wanted to
everything
say.
else, right?
That's
and
it.
just the horror and the terror and just the everything of it is just brilliantly done. And yeah, I'm also just very, very thrilled to see Liam Cunningham, who played Sir Davos, the Onion Knight, right? This very low status character in Game of Thrones, who's always following. Just to see him playing a guy whose entire thing is just you, fuck off. You, fuck off. You, fuck off. It's just delightful to see. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I'm very curious to see what they do with the next one.
And as we discussed, like we've spoken about the books earlier, what they have adapted is the first book, and
Yeah.
the first book again, like we discussed with
easy one.
Invincible. Yeah, it's the setup.
It's the easy one.
It's just the setup. So the second book is where, my
Yeah.
God, there are messages sent to Rohan where I finished the second one sequence in the second book, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what the
Yeah.
fuck? What
Yeah.
what the what huh? What the fuck did I? And I swear to God,
Miss you, Droplet.
I
Miss you, love you.
I swear to God, since that day, I am not even kidding. I am just so obsessed. Like, I am so I'm not okay. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, space. Like, my laptop is here. I know. I'm just giving a very bad. You can't see it, but it's
Yeah.
just
John
space.
Oliver is about
John
UFOs
Oliver
this
about
time.
UFOs,
Yeah.
but then the rest of it is how big is the universe? There will never life beyond visions of alien life, thousands of alien empires, journey to the end of the universe. I am so deep in space watching
Like just little things, like, you know, like when you hear the word wall facer for the first time, right? Just you're like, oh my God, you're doing wall facers. That's so cool. And just no, I really enjoyed it. While I didn't,
If
like,
I'm-
it wasn't perfect, but I thought I enjoyed it.
Aditya, to answer your question, if I'm not wrong, Augie, basically, there was a character called Wang Miao or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I saw a meme where they said they turned Wang Miao into a hot Spanish mamacita. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you, I'm
Yeah,
glad.
pretty
I'm
much.
glad. I'm glad you
much,
did that.
Pretty much what they did.
But yeah, fun show. Again,
Very fun show.
source material to actually like sort of get into that. Hell yeah. So we've got 3-body problem covered.
Also, very, very thrilled to note that Zhang Bihai is Indian. Zhang Bihai is Indian. Best thing about the show so far. Number one salute to D&D for making Zhang Bihai.
I would be
galactic
curious though
badass.
to see this thing. I'm very curious to see the Tencent version, the Chinese.
Yeah, so everybody said there's 30 episodes only for the first book, and while it's apparently very detailed, like, most of the comments are like, yeah, it was good, but I couldn't stick with it to the end because I
For
don't
5
think the
episodes
first
were
book
boring.
needs 30 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think book 1 needs 30 episodes at all.
So yeah, that's 3-body problem. What
yes,
is
now, yes, what I would like to talk about while we are talking about the 3-body problem. Moving on there, another one of just the most spectacular shows I think I've seen this year, and in a long time. A lot of people in chat have also been talking about it. Shogun. All right, the season finale, the series finale.
All right. Before
The
you start,
Shogun.
guys in the league, I beg of you. I have not seen the show. I'm going to start it tonight.
Yeah,
Please
don't do spoilers.
give
Don't do spoilers
That's how
because
we
the
celebrate over
finale,
here.
the finale literally just like dropped 2 days ago.
Okay.
So
Cool.
the show is now over. It is phenomenal. So beautifully mounted. Like that OG Game of Thrones feel.
Like that?
But this is based, essentially, it's a fictionalized telling of a true story. Like, essentially, the battle for Japan at the turn of the 16th to 17th century, basically, and the battle between the warlords, but it was like a political game. And this is from the perspective of just a random like Portuguese white guy who washes ashore and happens to be witness to the event. But the Japanese cast, dude. Like, I'm gonna Google it just so I do not mess up.
I
any
think
name that I
Hiroyi
don't
Sanada,
know.
that's his name.
No. That's not a name. Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Shogun, where is it?
I've
Yeah,
been a
Hiroyuki Sanada. He is incredible. Okay, he's so freaking good in this show. Like, I mean, I've been a fan since like forever. Like since
Which-
Last Samurai.
No, since
Right? Since Bullet Train also.
which is that show, yeah. There was a show which he
He was in
did.
John Wick also.
There was a very interesting show that I had seen of his about a virus and all. It ended very badly. But that was one of the ones it started. I mean, he was also in Mortal Kombat. Which is that show? Yeah, there's Elix. Why can't I remember the name? DNA strand ka. What do you call a DNA strand?
The strain.
The strain.
I don't know what do you call it. Helix.
Helix.
Was it Helix.
Helix.
Cool.
He was good and he was very
But-
good in that show also. Sorry.
But he's phenomenal, and like there's a bunch of actors that are really, really good. But dude, like, can I just say, Anna Sawai, right? She plays Mariko Sama,
Okay.
like one of the most incredible characters in the show.
Okay.
And this is basically the same actor who is the lead in Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Like, one thing. When I saw a performance in Monarch Legacy of Monsters, I was like, oh, I don't know if this person is a very good actor, but the writing really lets her down there because holy shit, she is so good in this show. Oh my, and in general, like just everybody in this show is just amazing. Like there's also Tadanobu Asano who plays Yabushige. Again, just a phenomenal cat. Like this whole show is just carried by this incredible Japanese cast. Again, the art, the sort of costumes, they've gone so detailed in like the way they replicate like Japanese society from that. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Start to finish, limited series. It covers
So there's
the
no like
entire
season
book.
2?
It covers the entire book. It's based on a James Clavell book called Shogun. It
Oh.
covers the entire book. He wrote a bunch of other books set around the same period, so they could do multiple limited series. But like Shogun was one book,
Shogun will be seen. Shogun is
and
next
Shogun
on the
should
list.
absolutely be watched. It is very fun. It's not like one grand battle wala show. It's a very politics show, but politics and drama, but phenomenally done.
Yeah, but like I said, like I had this thing where I went wild. I saw too much, and now I'm in this place where I want to just sort of calm down before I get immersed into something like Shogun. You know, I know it's only 8 episodes, but I know that I want to be in the right mind space to immerse myself into something that is.
You don't have to be in any mind space.
Beautiful.
You'll be fine in one episode.
Yeah.
You'll be, dude, that show sucks you in straight away. It's so well done.
Okay.
Shogun
Shogun.
is also on Hotstar actually.
It's
not
on Hotstar.
Yeah,
It's on Hotstar.
Shogun.
Done. Okay, Shogun. To which I
Shogun.
will add a show that I saw, and
Yes.
also before I add the show, I know that look, I don't want it to be like, hey, the only thing that we are doing is just foreign pop culture. If we were to come down to Indian pop culture, also 2 things that I saw. I don't see many web series, but I saw 2 movies in the past week that I would like to talk about. I saw Madgaon Express. Have you seen that?
I want to watch it. Is it on any platform yet?
It will eventually be on Netflix.
You went to the theater and saw
I went
it.
to the theater
Is it
with
still in
my family.
theaters? Is it still in
I
theaters?
think it's still in theaters. They are doing a
Okay.
month. It's going on. It's going really well. But yeah, okay. That's it. I don't have
okay.
any. It's
Okay.
okay. My humor has evolved. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not
Okay.
going to say anything. But the movie that I really liked. Oh my God, Chamkila was such
Oh
a
yes.
good
Chamkila,
movie.
yes.
Diljit is such a fuck. He acts. He's a good actor. I mean, he always was, but like,
But no, he's very good.
and this. I just see. Have you seen the movie? Chamkila.
Which one? Chamkila? I've only seen the first 30 minutes still.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's edited very well.
Okay.
I would never say that, but like there are certain ways things are pieced together, certain ways the real and real is mixed together. There are certain sequences where they just do like a random animation. It's good editing, you know. It's good editing. It's a good use of music and editing. It's got like fantastic acting, and obviously the story is quite relevant as it is. Artists.
No
will
idea what you're
understand.
talking about. No idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I think artists are perfectly safe and like, have a very nice environment in this country.
आप ये अश्लील कॉमेडी करते हो. Anyway, so
I
yeah,
think
this is
artists are very respected in India.
of course,
Very
totally.
heavily, strongly respected.
Totally.
But yes.
So those are the two Hindi things that I have seen. I have
Yes.
not seen Manjumal Boys. I know a lot of people have been recommending
I
it.
think it's coming to what? Is it coming to Prime or Hotstar soon?
I'll definitely watch it. It is one of those things that I definitely want to watch.
Aditya, we don't know if Reddit is down or
We are-
not. We're doing this
you know,
stream.
I mean, just to let
We
you
are
know.
doing
but
this stream,
Thank you for
but, like-
letting us. Thank you for letting us
Yes,
know.
yes.
And bro, Baby Reindeer.
What a show, dude. Like, what it. Okay, so fair warning if you are going to watch Baby Reindeer.
This is not tell anyone.
It's one of
Yeah.
those shows that should come with a trigger warning without any like sort of.
But they
spoilers.
do
It's a deeply
have trigger
uncomfortable
warnings.
Show. Yeah, it's a deeply uncomfortable show. But oh man, what a show! Again, like one day watch. Just mostly because I just did not want to be that anxious anymore.
I read, like, I don't know how to put it. Baby Reindeer was one of those shows where I genuinely went in with no expectations, and I'm like, okay, that is going to be a fun. TK, oh wow, okay, it's well made. Okay, cool. I get this story. Okay, what?
man.
It's a guy getting stalked. TK.
Oh wow, she's such a good actor. Oh, that's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then episode
Oh.
6, then flip,
Oh,
like heavy flip, heavy flip.
Again, it's so bizarre, but like I said, Baby Reindeer, to some extent, Baby Reindeer, X-Men 97 episode 5, there was, I don't remember, maybe there was one more sequence, I think in Fallout, but these are certain sequences where I've literally had to pause and be like, man, that's,
Yeah. There's sequences like Shogun episode 3 had a sequence like involving 2 boats. I just had to go back and rewatch because it was so incredible. But if that Fallout, the opening 10 minutes of the show, just the opening sequence, so
Yeah.
spectacular, right? Like so well done.
I mean, please, definitely. Again, Baby Reindeer is a show that I don't think we can give spoilers to. Don't want to give spoilers to.
No, but
also,
still, yeah. But just like go on your own journey with it, and I hope you're well after that.
yeah. And text us.
Yes,
if you
in
want.
uncomfortable category. Yes, in uncomfortable category is correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What else? Anything else?
Okay, yes, I have one last thing, at least on my list. We've done Shogun, Three Body, X-Men, Reindeer, Invincible, and Fallout. Okay, I have one last thing, little random, in the sense that I just happened to watch it a couple of weeks ago. But since we did talk about Dune 2 and original filmmaking, etc., all of that, I would not be able to close this stream without talking about, at least for me, the most original film that I think I have seen in a while, that like made me sit down like that pretentious film school nerd, like, I saw Poor Things.
Poor Things.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, what is
Yeah.
that movie?
Yeah.
What is that movie? Like, it was on a random evening, like I sat down with 2 friends, all right, and this is literally, I was on holiday in London, okay?
Yeah.
And we just sat down one evening, we were like, oh, this Pure Things is out on this thing or whatever, and we sat down and we thought, we'll watch this like interesting movie where Emma Stone is getting like, these good reviews, and it'll be interesting and Oscar baity or whatever, it'll be fun, and we'll just eat like a burger and watch the movie, but dude, like
When you started talking only, I knew where you were going.
By minute, they
It is bonkers.
spellbound, dude. It's like a spell. It's like I haven't felt that way since the first time. I still think I saw Mulholland Drive for the first time. Like when I saw a David Lynch movie for the first time, I think, yeah, Jesus Christ, like, and sometimes in some years there are Oscar-winning performances where you're like, oh, I don't know if that was the Oscar-winning performance or not, but it's.
Oh hell yeah.
They should not give a like best actress award for the next 10 years now. Like, it should be like, hey, for 10 years it's yours only. Like, I think it's just one of the most ferocious performances I have seen. When people, act with your whole body, like all of it, like,
So good, so good, so good.
Brother, the sheer evolution of her, I'm not saying as an actress, but in general, her character from start to end. Just if you look at
Just
some of the dance sequence, again, not big spoilers, these are all things in the trailer, okay? Just the dance. I have played that back again and
That
again
dance
and
sequence
again.
is one of the funniest and most revelatory, most brilliant things I have seen in my life. And there's just that movie, man, like just the way it visually keeps shifting between these styles, the way, like her performance, Ruffalo's performance, Willem Dafoe, Rami Youssef, all of them so astoundingly good. And just out of nowhere, some of the most laugh out loud lines I think I have ever heard. I don't think I was ready at all for a dialogue where Mark Ruffalo would look at somebody and go, "You're a horse," and their response would be, "We are our own means of production," and walk away. And I'm just on the floor at this point going, "What is happening in this movie? What is going on? I love this movie so much."
What do you call it, Tejesh said, it is an acid trip.
It is.
It's
It is. It is a delightful acid trip.
set. So I watch CGI artists reacts Corridor Digital. I love that series. Okay, so they did one right now only, the latest episode, where they spoke about Poor Things and how they have done a mixture of the set with blue screen to create these vivid masterpieces of in general the set. And you should also see the behind the scenes variety interview where Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, and Yorgos, they are trying to describe one scene and they are just laughing like children throughout. It's very, very, very funny. 'Cause
Amazing.
she says something stupid and then she starts laughing, and then both of them start laughing and they are like laughing like children, and no one has explained the scene. But it's also a breakdown of the boat sequence, and it's very interesting to see how they have shot it. And it's one of those movies where I'm like, okay, cool. Now I want to see more of this guy, man. Firstly, इसका नाम ही योर्गोस है.
Yes.
योर्गोस लाथिमोस.
Yorgos Lanthimos, I think.
क्या नाम है यार, उसका नाम ही ये है, तो मतलब कुछ
Like,
तो
ये
मार
आदमी
के
बस
बना है.
poor things ही बना सकता था. मतलब ये Infinity War नहीं बना सकता. And I mean that as a compliment. Like,
There's one more. He just released a trailer
yeah,
with
kinds
Emma
of
Stone,
kindness.
which
Kinds
is
of kindness.
dancing.
Which he shot on the side randomly while they were shooting Poor Things.
Are you serious,
Because swag.
bro?
Because swag.
I just
Like, you know how Coppola made like Godfather, then he's like, I'll make Conversation and then I'll make Godfather too.
yeah. Just absolutely, like, it's one of League. Have you guys, okay, by the way, we've mentioned a lot of records. Have you guys seen any of the records? I know a lot of people are talking about a lot of things and giving us information, but have you guys seen any of the records that we have spoken about? Any records that you have that we've not spoken about that you would like to give us, like, just to talk about it? Poor Things, absolutely stunning. Agreed. As Rachit also has asked on a side note, what about the Joker 2 trailer? Cool, nice.
Yeah, it was alright.
ओके.
ठीक था.
और क्या,
ठीक था.
आने दे, और क्या
Just
है,
curious.
थक गए हैं
Like,
यार.
oh, Aryan brought up in the chat. The Gentleman. If you haven't,
Bro!
please watch The Gentleman. Alright, it is on Netflix. It is Guy Ritchie back to form in the Guy Ritchieest way ever.
Yep.
The show is phenomenal, but just
Yep.
the first 2 episodes are, like, for me, up there as like the greatest Guy Ritchie film
Yep.
with Lock, Stock and Snatch. Like, just the first 2 episodes.
How dare you not mention Rock and Roller
Like Rock and Roll is great. But
Acha.
Lock, Stock, Snatch,
and
the first 2
The
episodes of The
Gentleman.
Gentleman.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, bro, what a great
just so fun,
show.
so fun, so fun.
So well made, so
Just
just
superb.
every, like, you know, there are random moments in editing where you're like, if you look at any video essay of how Guy Ritchie edits his movies, that's also a very fascinating video essay. 2 people who really edit their movies in very fascinating ways that people have now copied in Bollywood. Guy Ritchie, who does the quick jump cuts, and Edgar Wright, who does jump cuts but with sound.
Yeah.
Just genuinely fantastic. Please, absolutely, please watch The Gentleman on Netflix. Yeah, nothing. What else? Civil War isn't Civil War Denny?
Huh?
No.
What?
Civil War is made by
no.
who?
Civil War is an A24 movie by Alex Garland.
Sorry, Alex Garland. My bad.
Alex Garland.
देखा नहीं है. आएगा. It's released in India, and I just want to say I'm feeling tremendously bad, but I wish that someday I get my hands on Monkey Man, and we can do like a screening for it, and then
Yeah,
get arrested
man, it's so
afterwards. But
stupid. So stupid.
I knew it would not
Childish
happen.
is this country, dude, sometimes.
But I knew it would not happen. I knew it. I knew
Childish
it.
sometimes, dude.
It would not happen. You know. I mean,
मतलब
like.
पिक्चर से फीलिंग हर्ट होती है एक्शन पिक्चर से क्योंकि यार
ठीक है तो
फिर ना रहो मतलब गोरे लोगों के स्लमडॉग मिलियनेयर गेज में फिर रहो उस गेज में क्योंकि खुद के स्टोरीज तो बना नहीं सकते थोड़े भी प्रोवोकेटिव तो फिर बस करते रहो यही मतलब
excuse me, we are making provocative content.
नहीं करो जय हो करते रहो पैंचो बीडी स्टेशन पे बस यही है अपने लिए बस देव पटेल खुद छोड़ के गया वहां से कि मेरे को ये बनाने का ठीक है लेकिन हम लोग अभी भी जय हो पे अटके ठीक है मतलब लीव इट
So coming back to provocative content, yeah man, Bade Miya Chote Miya also is there. It's provoking the audience to just be at home. Good.
Like just no, we deserve it. We just deserve Akshay Kumar shitting out mediocrity right onto our faces. This is what we were born to accept.
It's sad. It is sad. Like I'm not going to be like one of those people who's like, oh, only I see, like again, like, oh, I only see English pop culture and all of that. I love watching, like, I have not seen some of the good Hindi shows that have come out. And again, please, League, give me recos. I'm very happy to experiment. But it is a sea of mediocrity. Especially in cinema right now, it is an absolute sea of mediocrity. And it's really sad that there is absolutely nothing that is, yeah. It just hurts. There's nothing that you can see coming out of Indian cinema where you're like, man, yaar, this is so, like, Monkey Man seemed revolutionary. Even though it seemed like, man, finally we get our own version of like a high action John Wick that is done properly with proper myth, with proper the character. Just anyways, छोड़ो.
Fine.
छोड़ो गुस्सा नहीं हो जाएंगे लापता लेडीज मैदान नहीं देखे है आवेशम आई विल डेफिनेटली वॉच बिकॉज आई एम अ फहद फासिल फैन बॉय फॉर लाइफ एंड I love that guy. I love him so much.
Yes, you do.
Fafa now. He's called Fafa now. That's the new thing. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Fafa. Yeah. So I'm a Fafa fan. Those are all the records that I have at the moment.
Yep, that's it. I think we've covered a lot. I think we've covered a lot. 5 minutes.
We've covered a lot. We've spoken about everything.
Constellation. Ali, I've only seen the first 2-3 episodes, so I'm more.
Nahi dekha hai. I don't know what is Constellation.
Quite good. It's on Apple TV. It's a sci-fi show. Quite fun.
Okay, cool. So Constellation will be seen, Monarch will be seen, Shogun will be seen. Bunch of other things that we have recommended will be seen. If someone has watched this stream from start to end, please be the Mafatlal and leave a list of the records that we have mentioned as the top comment. And if you are whoever the Mafatlal is, wherever you are, we'll give you tickets to the next show. So that's the perk of being the Mafatlal on this channel. But these are all the records that we have. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thank you. I mean, man, it feels good to be back. It really feels good to be back.
Yes, feels good to be back, and we'll be back again.
We will be back again. And just to let you know, so we are in the midst of planning. We are trying to do a live show again in Bombay soon. And if you guys are interested in the live show, I would love for you guys to drop me a DM, drop me a Rohan, drop us a DM, and I will add you to the list. And when the tickets go out, we'll definitely invite you. And yeah, that's it. Those are all the records that we have. That's all that we wanted to talk about. Keep the chat going. Leave comments about your favorite records that we should see, and I think that's about it. We are back. We will try to be consistent. It's a promise that we said the last time. It's a sort of promise that we will again attempt to make this time.
Sort of promise.
But we'll try to be a little regular. But before we go, quick announcements. Rohan, any announcement?
We have a show at the Habitat next Wednesday. Rough Work column tickets are out. So you can go check that out. So that's That's next Wednesday. Other than that, what's happening in Daman tomorrow? But it's a private show. And yeah, that's about it actually for this next week or so. And
Yeah.
then it's May, बहुत गर्मी है तो मेरे को नहीं निकलने आएगा.
सही है, बेस्ट लाइफ है, बेस्ट लाइफ है. एंड इफ यू
घर पे
वांट
बैठ के
टू,
Elden Ring खेलने का.
मैं वही कहने वाला था, इफ यू एवर वांट टू फाइंड
मैं-
रोहन, ही इज इन द लैंड ऑफ एल्डन रिंग.
Level 147. If people who have played the game understand what I'm talking about, only Morg, Melania, and Radagon are left. And yeah, but yeah.
So yeah, so he's clearly not stepping out of his house. I don't have any major announcements except, I mean, okay, yeah, they are major. In May, I'm coming to Nairobi for the first time to perform. So
That's
if you-
major as shit.
It is
dude.
major
What are
as
you
shit. I
talking
forgot.
about?
I forgot. So if anyone is in Nairobi, or if you know anyone in Nairobi, tickets are available. I'll leave tickets to Rohan's show as well as my show in the comments, so you can please come for the show. And in June, I'm coming to London for a 1 week run at the Soho Theatre. So if you know anyone in London or you're watching this from London, please spread the word. Tickets, all these tickets I'll leave in the comments, and those are all the announcements we have. We will do our best to be back with another proper stream, and we will also try to be regular, promises, and do a live version of Binge-O-Clock.
Sort of promise.
Yeah, Binge-O-Clock. But thank you so much, guys, for watching League. You guys were absolutely fantastic. We missed seeing all of you. We missed talking to all of you, all the regulars and all the new people. Welcome back. This is Binge-O-Clock. I hope you guys enjoy the echoes. And as Yaren said, we will definitely see you next year. Till next time, keep binging. Bye bye. Forgotten. Avi, endings. 1 second. How do you end?